네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘 할 게임은 바로 콜 오브 아레즈라는 데 가보도록 하죠. 한글이 되었습니다. 나 어떻게 하는지 까먹었어. 오케이, 가자. 라이플도 돼 있고 쌍권초 보여주자. 기운다.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me. Take them out.
야, 변신했어. 와. 무슨 일이야? Wow.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
Right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean.
Well, yeah, but I was in a fight.
Did you hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat,
부셔.
how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
죽을 뻔했네.
Smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
와, 사기. 와, 이거 뭐야. 야야야, 맞는데? 야야야야, 무릎은 니꺼 쌌어.
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
안 돼. 한층 조정을 해보자. 아니 그냥 쏘면 안 돼 아까처럼. 죽은 걸로 또 내가. 나 진짜 이번엔 진짜다. 아니. 됐다.
They got it wrong. A sad end
아니,
for
한
those
명이면
two.
모르겠는데 두 명이라서
They'd
죽었어.
only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
죽을 뻔했네.
Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful. My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
에피소드 7.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us.
그럼 싸웠겠네
It
또.
was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
이번에는 열차네.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
죽을 뻔했네. 무너진다, 무너진다. 깜짝이야. 뭐가 이렇게 어렵나. 아니야, 난 이게 가장 나아.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
나한테 멀어지고 있어? 여기까지 왔어. 여기 가라는 거야? 너무하네 진짜. 으아! 왜 순간 맥주 뻔했잖아. 난 이렇게 해방이 되는 게 좋더라. 픽슈터.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Oh.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
좀만 쉬다. 갈 곳이 없는데? 설마 여기?
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights.
진짜 여기 네 번데?
But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway.
근접방 했는데 내가
So
뭐?
I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
야, 근접 투방이면 내가 죽네? 망했네? 아니, 내가 진짜 잘 못한단 말이야, 이거. 오랜만이라서. 근데 여기 어디? 아, 여기네. 넘어왔는데? 여긴데? 여기다.
At times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
오! 와우, 이거 뭐야? 킥슈터. 내가 좋아하는 거 됐네. 이거는 못 참지. 이거 안 열리는데? 여기도 안 되는데? 아, 여기구나. 아, 위에 누가
I
있을
kept
것
hoping the
같아.
law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
얜 또 누구예요? 근데 또 아니라고 하면 어떡하냐?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
박제 와. 하모스 장갑이다. 우와. 야, 나와야. 아니 근데 나 쌍권총이었는데 왜 어디? 아, 못 뿌려? 와, 뭐냐야? 존나 잘했네. 와, 야야. 이거 뭐야? 튀어야 될 것 같은데. 이용.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
어딨어? 여기 있다. 잠깐만, 이후로 킬창을 열어. 해보자. 건슬링어. 아, 죽어요. 사람 죽어.
Once I silenced all those guns, I
죽는 줄
went
알았네.
searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. but the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
총알 피해야 되는데 안 피했어. 아니 그 시점이 1인칭이 아니라서 헷갈려 솔직히 말하면. 핑계라고 대보면은 됐다. 와.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that. I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kind of crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado. Being outnumbered, I didn't bother
뭐야?
with a
왜
warning shot.
구르기가 되지?
I just started taking those bastards down.
어우 야. 에반데? 어우 야. 얘는 누가 자꾸
Old
쏘는데?
Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
저 있구나. 뭐를 해보면 돼.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle.
총알을 날린다고?
Property of the Union Pacific.
네? 감당하겠지?
The plan clearly
저때는
indicated how they
나무로
were fixing
있었네.
to undermine several of the weakest wooden
그냥
supports.
나무로 돼 있으면 그냥 불을 지피면 끝나는 거 아니야?
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
어?
Of course, I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I could,
아니
well,
무슨
die.
아니 네 봐봐 점플레 내려가 내려가기 해주고 여기서
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
친구 맞겠지.
Blow us up now.
Don't worry, I
이거
know
있는데?
what I'm doing.
But the wild bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks.
죽은 거 아니었어? 아니,
Blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
죽은 줄 알았지. 아, 반대로 왔네요. 아, 이렇게 갈 수가 있네. 오케이, 성공. 야. 깜짝이야.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
야, 이거 빡센데? 어디가 어디 있는지 몰라. 와, 야, 빡세다. 우와! 이거 리얼로 빡센데? 와, 야, 이거 겁나 빡세다. 우와! 아니, 무슨 벽에 가려져 있는데 저걸 막.
So, what happened then?
됐다.
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
됐다. 어딨지? 뭐가 또
It must
생긴다.
have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. Because actually there was a fourth charge impeding my
Okay.
progress. Once I removed it,
Wow.
my path was pretty clear.
너 누구야?
Proceeded onward. I realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
어디 가게? 여기로? 점프.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long, burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment.
끝났다.
Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed that last dynamite charge.
오케이.
It was a touching reunion.
가자. 와, 진짜 죽는
But
줄
by
알았네.
this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man
아무튼
anymore.
이렇게 콜 오브 아르웨즈란이었습니다. 재밌게 보셨던 구독과 좋아요, 알림 버튼 눌러주세요. 그럼 이만 안녕.